show.
Time management.
Over 3 hours.
Very important for the producer of the show. If he's letting people run over and you have that many people on the show, you're going to have like a 4-hour show.
I think a lot of these guys think that you'll end up, they'll just sit there and keep buying drinks, but it's like if there's a 2-drink minimum, they're buying 2 drinks. If you're charging $12 to get in the 2-drink minimum, that's about it.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with those bringer shows. Unless there's something at stake, you can't threaten people. You know what I mean? They need to know that there's consequences if they don't get off the stage.
Right, exactly. Like comics, I've done their bringer once, and their thing is like, if you don't get off by the time the light comes on, or like 30 seconds after the light comes on, people turn the power off in the club for 3 seconds.
That's what they would do.
Then, you know, because you're getting a tape after that, so you don't want that on your tape. So so like
right.
They know how to run it, and they also they don't run a bad bringer show. They have they had Gaffigan was on mine, and stuff. So for like new comics, I would say those things are always risky because the quality isn't guaranteed. You could have a few really good new comics, and you could have a bunch of really bad new comics, but at least the comics still like put a few headliners in there. So
Yeah, Gotham does the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
They
like,
bookend it with like professionals, and then there's like the new guys in between.
Comics does that also, but Comics is a 15-person bringer.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous.
So that's for comics that move to New York from out of town. They don't know 15 people in most cases.
No, it's impossible, and you can't do it more than once or
So
twice.
how did you do it?
You burn your friends out.
Wait, how did you do it when you first got there? Did you have to
Well,
do
I lucked
bringers,
out
or?
because I spent 2 years in Virginia, maybe 2.5 years in Virginia, and I'd done a feature on the road for like 6 months.
Oh wow.
So I met a bunch of headliners, and one of them in particular, Eric Kornfeld, really helped me out when I moved up here. And he introduced me. He got me on at the Strip. He got me on audition at the Strip without going through the lottery thing.
Nice.
So, and then I passed immediately at the Strip. So
Well,
I
that's
was
how you know
very
you're
lucky.
good.
I was really lucky. But I had 2 years of experience of like finding my voice and like not having to like. I mean, I sympathize with people who have to go through this process in New York because it's difficult. It's all
starting
that,
here is very, very
it's all that
hard.
bullshit that you have to go through and all the bringers and
talking
stuff.
to as a comic.
I did it a little bit because I didn't get like spots automatically.
Yeah.
Like Gladys used to have this thing, like
Comic strip.
yeah, but she used to have this other room. It was like a bringer room, but it wasn't a bringer room. It was just you pay to get on stage, and the room was full of comics, like other comics.
Yeah.
It was like 30 other comics. It was the worst audience in the world.
She runs like
It
an
sucked.
$11 open mic or something like that, where it's like
You just pay for stage time, which is
I'd rather do
on the
that
face of
half
it
the
is horrible, but it's a necessary evil, you know, especially in the city.
I just wish there was a club that would try to actually have a new talent night where they promoted it and they, went looking for new talent to put up instead of it being this whole bringer, you bring us
The
the
Strip
audience.
used to do that.
Yeah.
Monday nights used to be audition night, and it used to be you got the lottery, and then and they would book in it with a few professionals too, but they promoted it and they didn't charge a cover, so it was like free comedy.
See, that's awesome.
These are new guys, you'll get some laughs. It's no cover, and it was packed every Monday for like years and years. Monday night was a cool night. Like those of us who were doing spots already, we wanted to go on Monday because it was like such a great night. It drew this great crowd, and then they started charging, and it just ruined it.
Oh yeah, they used to do that stuff. I was reading that book about the strike in LA, I forget what it's called. But they were talking about that's how it worked. The Comedy Store in New York with the Improv. It's just, you'd go on Monday, and you hang out. It was like Leno and all these guys just like doing sets.
Right.
I wish that was how it was now. I guess the Pit is a really good open mic on Tuesdays that gets actual audience, but it's free when they advertise it. But that's not a really like a comedy club. It's
Well, Ochi's downstairs at Comics isn't bad either. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
their mic
get
is
on one
good.
of their shows, they always have drop-ins from upstairs who just test out material before they go upstairs to headline. And
Gotham has a lower room too that they do stuff in. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
we
it's
do
an
an
open
they
mic.
do an open mic down there one day a week, which is good. You get feedback from the other comics, but like you said, it's a room full of comics, so laughter is kind of like held back.
Yeah.
And that's what I hear from
So
people.
judgmental.
People who've done comedy in other cities is that like the open mics, they just do Kevin Barnett, very funny guy, started doing comedy in Florida and doing open mics told me for like 500 people, like in a club sometimes, or like 200 people, like a lot of audience. And in the city, you're lucky if you have 3 actual audience members who are not going to get up and do comedy.
Yeah, I was lucky in that way. In Virginia too, we had Wednesday and Thursday was his open mic, and it was a very like small group of like 20, 25 comedians down there who were like, we'd all get like 7, 8 minutes, but it was a packed room. It was packed full of tourists in the summer, and it was great.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing with bringer shows also. Like the comics, 15 people is nuts, but for people who do bring, and he books people who bring the 15 people, you're performing in front of 300 people. You're doing 7 minutes in front of 300 people.
But you can only really do that once or twice a year.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's why you do the shady stuff to get guest spots.
Yeah, I mean it's good to get a tape. I think out of that.
Yeah, that's the best club for the tape.
Yeah.
Even if it ruins 15 friendships.
Exactly. Even if you don't have any family afterwards.
Tape.
We have a tape to maybe get you on. All right, we will be back with Josh and Tim. So welcome back. We're going to close off the show with Do My Job, which is a fun segment. Basically, they are going to check inventory. They're going to check the
Don't look at
albums on
them
the
before.
sheet. Oh, we have a cheater already?
Yeah, he's checking them out.
All right, so I'm going to set the timer, and when I say go, start checking them off. And go.
Time.
Oh no.
And we have Josh taking the #1 spot with 28 seconds.
John,
Success.
John,
My
Greg,
name is Guarino.
and Lewis. Oh, done. Done.
That's gonna cost me more.
37.2.
Yeah, I probably got a penalty for dropping Greg.
No, Greg will get over it.
He is
He's on
gonna
TV
sass
now.
you so bad.
So we have 2 new scores. We have Tim Young coming in last. He comes after Vicky Cooperman, and the #1 spot now goes to Josh Guarino.
That's right.
I'm alright.
Challenge me.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
I'm gonna be fine.
It was a fine competition.
Yeah, it was good. Good job.
Thank you.
So I have to thank my guests, Tim Young, Josh Guarino. Check out timyounglive.com, new site. It's going to be better than the first
New site.
one.
Cool.
Much better
It's
than
gonna
the
be.
first one.
It's gonna be excellent. Check it out. It's gonna go up next weekish.
When he comes back from Hong Kong, where we don't perform yet.
No.
We're still doing Brooklyn,
Yes.
Jersey.
Jersey. I haven't even done Jersey.
I've done Staten
You
Island.
guys are going up right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be performing in this skinny building
Nice.
behind Tim. Oh
That
yeah.
dark window. All the windows are tinted in
It's
this.
a sweet gig.
ridiculous.
Technically, I broke in, but you know.
What can you do? Check out joshguarino.com and go see one of their shows. They're fucking hilarious. Later, guys.